Okay, hi guys, welcome to the video. I'm here with Iyan today,
Hello.
and we're playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which is a game that I'm really excited about, and that he has pushed me to play many times, and he is even more excited than I am. But this was, so you're saying this was by the same people who did Danganronpa?
No.
No.
I
thought there was.
It's very similar.
Okay, that's
It's a similar type of game.
That's what it is. But
This is Capcom.
we're both huge fans of Danganronpa.
Yes.
And I'm a huge fan of just murder mysteries in general, and trying to figure out crime.
Yeah. So this is perfect for you.
It is.
It's like your game.
Exactly.
And I'll have to make it play Professor Layton after this. That's about mystery solving. Oh gosh, I love
You know what? I think this game is gonna change. I'm not gonna go into art anymore. I'm gonna go be a homicide detective.
This game almost made me want to be a lawyer.
Ooh.
I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't want to ever be a lawyer. My grandpa's a lawyer. He's on the phone all day. He has to go to Detroit every day. Like, nuh-uh.
If I wasn't going to highly good law school.
But it's so tedious.
Oh no, I totally agree with you, and I'd never
never
actually be a lawyer. But this game makes me want to be a lawyer.
Oh no, yeah, no. Danganronpa made me want to kill someone. But, you know, I'm not actually gonna kill anyone. But you know, it's just that's the thing. You're not actually gonna be a lawyer, but you thought about the game and you think about it. I'm not actually gonna kill someone. The game may be considerate, but you know.
Also, this is the most awkward menu I've ever seen because it just doesn't have music.
I know. There's nothing. It's just silent.
2001. It was originally released.
2001.
It was re-released.
This game is older than I am.
It's younger than I am. Score.
By how much?
I was born in December of 2000. Morgan. Not long. Not.
So you were like 3 months old.
Yeah. But technically.
Technically, I'm older than this DS game.
Oh gosh. All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
Episode 1, the first turnabout.
Oh, that's blood.
Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it.
Gee, I wonder who did it.
This is, again, a tutorial case.
No.
The first case in every game is a tutorial. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Library number 2. Library number 2.
This is...
Yeah, the main character.
Boy, am I nervous. Oh, this... Oh,
Sure.
Right! Oh. Hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
This is your first case, and you're doing a murder trial.
Stupid.
Right?
It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Yeah, it says you're stupid and your client's desperate. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Isn't that illegal to, like, have any sort of biasness or anything like that?
Well, as a defense attorney, no.
Oh, as a defense... Okay, that's only as a persecutor, right?
As a the prosecution... I mean, it's basically... If you do your job, it doesn't matter, because the defense attorney is there to bring up evidence that puts the prosecuting attorney's claims into question.
Okay.
And the prosecuting attorney's job is to present evidence that that kind of makes the defendant look guilty.
Okay.
So they both just have their specific jobs they can do, and it's pretty obvious when they're not doing it.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. This isn't good.
It's not.
He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
He's also one of the best characters in the game.
Well, that's news to me. I want to help... Oh, no, the wrong character. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
It's over! My life, everything, it's all over.
Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him.
Death, despair, all!
Shimonokuma?
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die. No, really? Yeah.
Nick.
Hey. Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die.
What? What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Oh, that's why he's so upset. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry BUTZ, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the BUTZ. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. You okay there?
August 3rd, 10:10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry BUTZ.
I'm gonna be hearing that voice a lot, am I?
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. You'll see.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
By the way, if you give the judge a Santa hat, he's totally Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is a homicide judge. This is what he does all other 364 days of the year. Three?
Yeah, and he probably takes Christmas off after, Christmas Eve goes out.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client.
Oh, no.
Murder is
no
a serious
pressure.
charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Jeez, this guy doesn't like us. Thank you, Your Honor.
The judge is the best character in this game, I promise you. He's so stupid. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Oh my god, you're a dick. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Wait. I mean, you know the answer. Yeah, you go ahead and press it. Yeah.
Wait, so I could just click it.
You didn't read that.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I blinked out.
Just keep your wits about you, and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
It didn't tell us the victim's name.
I know.
Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot it. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. This is a great tutorial. Just touch the court record button anytime to check it, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer. Who was the victim in this case? Actually, I'd recommend reading everything, so first, like...
No one believes. I was if I didn't carry this.
So there's this, yeah, and then autopsy report.
See from Mia Fey. Time of death. 4 p.m. Blood trauma.
Yeah, and then you go to profiles to see people.
Mia Fey, chief attorney. Victim, okay.
Cindy Stone.
Cindy Stone, a model.
And if you press back, you can see all the profiles. If like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Winston Payne. Most of the names are puns, by the way.
Like Payne and.
He winced in pain.
Ah.
This game is amazing, Morgan. Generally bad at getting his
points across.
He's the tutorial prosecutor in every case.
Ah, okay.
And in every game, like the first case.
Cindy Stone.
Cinder block.
Cinder block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Blood trauma.
Yeah.
She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed.
Thank you, Santa Claus.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. I'm starting to really settle on a voice for this character.
Well then, honestly, the more monotone the better.
No, it's great.
First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? So, in this game, there are little sound files of them saying objection and stuff. And his objection is like, objection! So that's why I think his voice that way.
Okay.
You'll hear it, it's great.
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker.
Like, I assume, like, a model version of it.
It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
Okay.
I see. The court accepts it to evidence. Now you can go read about it.
Evidence. Okay.
So in most cases, this first one doesn't have an investigative part of it, just the trial. But usually there's investigative and trial portions. In the investigative, you go find evidence. And in the trial, more evidence comes up that the prosecutor presents or something, and you can present evidence. And it's cool.
Especially when she put the thinker relatively. I feel like oh, they can't see my mouse. I feel like the thinker part is relevant because that's very specific. It could just be a statue, but it's specifically a statue of the thinker. I don't know if that's actually relevant or if I'm reading too much into it. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court.
Truth bullets.
Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. I already did that.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. BUTZ, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. BUTZ, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Dumped you. Totally professional language we're using here.
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. BUTZ, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Oh, poor guy.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Even though this is a tutorial, like, you'd be... indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Even though it's a tutorial, it actually has, like, interesting, like, you can connect evidence together, and you're like, this makes sense! This is so cool! So, like, you'll still have that... It'll be, like, a really, really, like, easily earned one, but it'll be like that, oh, moment, you'll get that in this case still. And it's, oh gosh, they do such a good job with this. Because a lot of times...
I'm already
a lot of times who did it is pretty obvious, but what happened is not, and that's the fun part.
No, that happens in
Sometimes
but
how
where
they
the who
did it,
is obvious, but not the how.
Yeah.
No, I love these sorts of games so much. Like, dude, I'm so excited for the investigative part. Like, do you know Detroit Become Human?
Of course.
You know at the beginning with Connor and Hank where he's walking around the crime scene? Dude, I fucking like
I want a game where I play as Connor and only do that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, only that. Like if it's like a DLC or something.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
With Hank, so that there can be more of the ship. More of the ship. I could go on a whole rant about Hank and Connor.
We've got to, like, do a Detroit Become Human, like, stream or something at some point.
Okay, I need to show you a video at some point. I don't know, we can cut this up. But I need to show you a video at some point where it's, like, a full collection of Hank and Connor's bromance. It's a video with just all of their moments. We need to watch that. Like, if you're still around after we finish this, we need to watch that. Because it is the best thing. It's so totally gay. Like, it's so beyond bromance. Don't get me started. But, like...
I love them. I love them.
They're so good. And Hank, Hank is just everything. He's sarcastic, he's a dick, and he has a really depressing past, and you sympathize with him.
And you cry about it.
Yes! And then Connor is just this little robot that Hank acts like he hates, but everybody knows he doesn't. And
he does hate him at first. And then he likes him.
And then he continues to act like he hates him.
Yeah, well, he starts to like him, but he doesn't want to admit that.
No.
So he pretends like he hates him, but he doesn't, and you can tell.
Like any romantic thing ever.
He's so tsundere.
Oh yes, totally.
Hank is a tsundere.
Yes, tsundere. And every way.
Alright, anyways.
Yes. Okay, back to the game.
I read this. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income.
By the way, I'm not cutting that out.
No. Okay. We didn't say anything spoilers, did we? No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
If we did, I'd beep it out.
It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
I have already lost all my respect for her.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts.
Oh, she was, what is it? She was 21?
You can check in the court record.
Yeah, I think it says she was profiles.
I love the court record.
22.
And she was a model.
How old is she? 23, okay, so they're close.
Also, when Phoenix, interesting fact, when Phoenix said that, we talked about Larry, he said in the 23 years I've known him, and his age is 23. So he's basically saying my entire life.
Oh,
Which is
wow.
Interesting, yeah.
They were born in the hospital. Like,
Which is technically not true. They met in grade school. But
no,
like,
yeah. But I was gonna say, like, their moms gave birth to them in the neighboring rooms.
And immediately they were taken to the same...
Yeah, the same maternity.
Yeah.
She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. BUTZ, what do you think of her now?
It's a dangerous question.
It is. Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
You didn't read that. You didn't
read... I'm sorry. I see thoughts and I... Larry has a problem with running his mouth. Should I?
So do you want to let him talk or stop him?
Oh no, I have to make choices in this game.
I'll tell you in this case it doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter?
In this case, because it's a tutorial. But later on it will matter.
It will matter. Okay. Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna make some horrible decisions.
One of the games actually has 2 endings.
Really?
Or 2 of them have 2 endings. Yeah.
I'm getting stressed.
It's not this game.
It seems like they were very much implying me wanting me to stop them. To like see how it works, so I'll go with that. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof. You Winston Payne.
Winston Payne.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog.
She-dog. That cheating whore.
I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead.
Oh, poor buddy.
Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. That's not a good thing to say. Let's continue with this trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Oh.
Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Don't you have to, like, swear not to lie in the court of law?
He's not lying.
Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Oh, no, that... No, have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a scene. Oh, no. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there, I went. It's not looking good at all.
No, but I want him to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Mr. BUTZ.
But...
Dude, chill. This game.
Fucking 3.
She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. I can't even, like, hear his voice. Honestly.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. BUTZ is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
He's so surprised.
The man who found the victim's body.
Oh.
Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court.
I would have loved to, like, go in a giant loud classroom, just bang the desk, go, order in the court!
With a gavel.
Yes.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
The audio probably peaked when I did that.
Editing.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Is this our
Frank
guilty
Sawit. Mr. Sawit.
You sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? I love this game.
Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Was this the guy who from the beginning?
Yeah.
It's such a derpy face.
He reminds me of the Happy Mouse Salesman.
Yes! Yeah.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
I saw it.
That is totally the Happy Mouse Salesman. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, it is.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he had left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Hold on. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, no, I thought something was off there.
A lot of the contradictions early on are going to be super simple like this, but they're going to
Yeah.
get hard. You're going to look through like 3 pages of evidence and figure out what one thing that he's lying about is.
But yeah, no, I figured out there was something. There was something off that.
But right, isn't that so satisfying?
No, it is. It's so sad. It's only the tutorial, but I'm so proud of that.
Right? They do a good job. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
I object.
Hmm.
Why didn't you tell us? Did you not tell us? Oh. I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Make it better. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
But they're plugged in, I think.
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Okay. Oh. Out about from noon to 6 p.m. So it was completely out. So it would have been out when Larry went there.
Mm-hmm.
The power would have been out.
So it is probably true that he actually did see him leave the apartment, which is why I blamed it on him.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.
This guy didn't even go to law school.
No, he didn't. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal.
The music.
What exactly was... What? It's so good. Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was God, you're dead. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? What are explanation marks? Huh?
Like...
It's just intensely stiff.
Brilliant.
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. Okay. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. I already did that. Then once you found the contradicting evidence, I already did that. Present it and rub it in the witness's face. Oh, I like you. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony.
Okay,
oh, I have to do it as it goes. Okay.
So,
Is this sort of like bullet time battles?
No.
Okay.
it's better.
Oh, it's
because you
better?
can switch between the different sections. It's similar, but like how you get to see this and you can go next or previous, like sections of the testimony, and you can press, which means ask them more about it. That's generally a good idea.
Like every time?
I
Is
usually
there no
do it for
reason
every
not
time.
to press?
There is no. There's some cases, like very specific situations, where you gotta be careful with it, but it'll tell you.
Okay.
So in general, you can press. Hold on, see, that's one of the times.
Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him.
I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requests the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next?
There must be a behind it.
Because context. Half open, you say?
Yes. The door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought.
I see. And what happened next?
Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek?
The fuck?
We climb mountains because they are there. It is the same thing.
Okay, no.
Sure, words have
Okay,
never been spoken.
he has a point.
Anyone
though.
would look inside.
If you're like in a school and there's like a door to a closet or something open.
Whenever I'm walking the hallway and there's doors to classrooms open, I always look.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
okay,
whose class is that? What are they doing? Huh.
Especially if it's a room I've never been inside or never seen. Or it's like a teacher's room or something. Yeah.
And then Miss Phillips is just always really loud and never closes her door.
No,
so whenever
she
I'm walking
never
that here,
closes her door.
so whenever I'm walking that hallway, I hear just hers like,
Yeah.
okay, chicos.
Yeah. Buenos dias. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly?
So you looked into the apartment. What happened then?
Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead.
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere.
I guess I would look fatal to anyone. Very well. What happened next?
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside.
So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes, I mean, no, nothing.
Okay. What happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
This is gonna take a while, but, like, I want to hear everything. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next?
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Yeah, we already heard the context on that, so... Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. Oh, no, that's you. That's you. Sorry, that's my bad.
And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer in the nearby apartments.
Ah, right. What time did you call again?
What time exactly? You can also press this statement.
Oh, that's true, I can. 1 p.m. Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely. And then this is where they're like, there's something here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very popular soundbite.
No, I've seen
Objection.
that. You're sure you found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to
Best
believe.
music. Well, not quite, but a version of this is.
Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. Oh my god. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
So smug.
Oh,
Let's see.
this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
He insisted like 5 times it was 1 p.m.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. That's really true.
Wait, I remember now.
I mean,
Would you
a
care to
good
give us
excuse
your
would be like, my watch was, like, off by 3 hours, and I
But
looked
then
at that.
why would it be off 3 hours?
Well, I mean, it's just broken.
But then why wouldn't you have known that?
Well, maybe...
You know, it would turn into a big...
No, it would, but, if in that situation and I had to lie,
Yeah,
that's
you're like,
what I would
yeah, my watch was off.
No, that's you.
Yeah, I already said it.
Oh, okay.
I have original. Now he gets a revised testimony at the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Yeah, actually, that's not a half-bad excuse as far as excuses go.
Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. It's a pretty bad excuse.
Oh no, it's pretty bad, but as far as things you could have said...
But there's an obvious contradiction here.
Oh, yeah.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one.
I know it's obvious. You see, when I found the body, I heard the dime.
You said heard, not saw?
Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else. Least of all my watch.
Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
I love that voice.
The witness did say he actually heard the time.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution.
Yeah, I agree too, actually.
Witness, continue your testimony. There's a voice saying the time, probably from the television.
Are you sure it was a television and not a radio?
Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There's only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy.
You can't put your finger on it.
Something about hearing the television.
Good job.
The witnesses testified. He heard the time.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it?
Did it want me to present with the other one, or do I have to
Well,
present
I'd look
anything?
through all of them, and you can present
Okay.
whenever you need to. Press is
Okay.
not necessary this time.
Okay.
It's necessary sometimes when you don't have enough information.
How do you explain the gap?
Well, witness, can you explain this? And then it just goes next one to explain, I guess, the audio tape program. I believe you can present it on a couple statements.
Okay.
Like, it is, you do have to present it on the right statement, but sometimes, like this, where there's multiple statements, it could contradict. Yeah, that's not the reason.
Listen, I'm just trying to hear everything, lady.
So I thought it was one thing. Yes, I can practically hear it now. It was quite clear. Mr. Payne, has the prosecution verified the testimony?
My apologies, Your Honor. I too have only just learned that the witness heard the time.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I only remembered it just now. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
That's not suspicious at all. This was the one that they were super suspicious of, right?
Yeah, that one's probably the one I was bet.
Oh yeah, wait. So this whole time I was feeling really serious. I was like, because I forgot about this, and I was like, wait, I'm really confused.
This is the pretty obvious.
What? No, this is the very
Like,
obvious.
how the hell are you watching something on the television if the
There's a
power's
blackout? Yeah.
It's so satisfying to hear the noise, but the volume goes silent, like the music just stops. Yeah.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Ding! Ding! You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Ah!
Irk. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawed? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite.
Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawed, the court would prefer to hear the inaccurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
He's getting, like, attacked.
My apologies, Your Honor. And that is aside, sorry. It, must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawed. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
What's it gonna be this time?
Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it.
Oh my god. You just said you didn't see it, and you heard it.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
Why was it 3 hours behind?
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would
there was a
explain
reason it was the statue.
This judge is stupid.
This judge is so dumb.
He's so dumb. But I love him so much. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
I guess that makes sense.
I guess that makes sense. Sounds good to me.
Gladly.
You hear the music's picking up.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's so cool.
As it gets closer.
Then you get to like the
closer.
climax, and it's like so good.
There's a table clock. Yeah. Yeah, the murder weapon.
The killer used that to hit him.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You, with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
The defense attorney?
This is my favorite track, though.
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. I need to get the soundtrack for this game. His face changed.
I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock.
What? Excuse me?
The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud.
That's the biggest load of bull I've ever heard.
Well, it makes more contradictions. Okay.
And it doesn't look like a clock. I submit it as a statue. My apologies.
I see.
Are you serious?
So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. I mean,
why
he's
was
not
it
lying.
3 hours behind?
It is a clock. Well, Mr. Wright, because they can't lie by that.
Yeah.
It appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Wait.
Well, think about it. You tilt the neck and you hear the time.
Yes, because he said he didn't touch anything, and he would
He
have
said
to
he didn't
tilt
go
it.
into the apartment.
Yeah, he said he didn't go in, and yeah, hold on.
There you go.
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. I love this character. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
Because he knew it was a clock. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. Because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and then the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
God. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
Did you murder her? Are you a cold-blooded killer who tried to defame her boyfriend? Her ex-boyfriend?
That day, I never... Look, I The clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw...
Oh my god. He is not pleased.
Shut up, I hate you!
God, this sounds very, very familiar to, you know, a Danganronpa game.
Oh gosh. It was him! I tell you, I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Burn, give him death! Order the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Excuse me? Bitch, what?
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
you claim the sound the witness heard came from that clock. Do you have any evidence?
You didn't read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't read the file. Shit.
You gotta read it.
I'm sorry. Okay. I gotta read the blue text.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. The whole case is riding on this. I must choose very carefully. The sound Mr. Sawat heard was definitely this clock. A fact which was clear if you simply... Try some of the clocks. Ask the neighbors. There wasn't any neighbors. Examine the clock's batteries.
Also, it's useful to know, these things, it changes in every other game. It's just in this game there are these things. If you get something wrong, you lose one. And if you lose all of them, he gets a guilty verdict.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's like if you answer a wrong question, or you present
The wrong evidence.
wrong evidence,
like
or
that.
on the wrong, like, part of the testimony.
Uh-huh.
So,
Are they allowed to do this? Do they, like, have the evidence on hand?
of course they do. Of course they have the evidence.
Oh, I didn't realize it was actually brought to the court.
Well, I mean, after, it usually is, like, sealed or something, but after the examination, like, the investigation's done, they can take the evidence.
Oh,
They just don't
okay.
touch it while the investigation's happening, but the investigation's over.
Yeah, no. This is completely irrelevant. I don't see how this helps in any way, so it's gotta be this one.
Yeah, I mean, you can see if, you know.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
Oh, sorry.
It's 11:25.
Yep, 8, 9, 10, yep, it's 3 hours behind!
Sorry.
Ack.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one. He's so cocky!
I love it. Ha, ha, ha. You forgot one thing.
Oh, what's he talking about?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
It's gonna be something about the password, isn't it? Oh shit, I was supposed to be reading that. He's right. How am I
Mr.
supposed
Wright.
to prove that? Damn it,
Mr.
I was
Wright?
so close.
It seems you lack critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawat.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
So sad.
No. So dramatic. Not so fast, Mr. Sawat.
Yes.
Mia! I mean... Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Is Paris a 3-hour time gap between right up there and what it is?
Good thought.
Reason, I'll show you the proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? No, I can't.
And you thought of a reason why it might be.
Yeah, I did. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
So, also, this is very dumb because they seem to have a guilty until proven innocent system here.
Uh-huh.
Because if you fail to indict the witness, yet you've obviously casted doubt on the defendant's, like, if he's guilty or not, they'll still claim him guilty.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been proven innocent.
But you have to be able to lose the game.
Yeah. Which is understandable, but it's, like, stupid in this world.
She was on Paris the day before the murder. And this is the only type of evidence yet. It has to be something to do with this. So, oh, wait, do I have to wait an extra one to be able to do it?
Yes, it'll prompt you. Huh, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Nice.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Oh! He's smarter than I am.
Well, he probably is trained on these kind of things. Like, he probably is, like, memorized. He doesn't know what a cross-examination is, but he knows the time zone really well.
The time zones really well. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong.
I believe this also takes place in California.
Okay.
In Japan, I believe it was a different country, not Paris,
okay.
so that it had that same, like, time difference.
Okay.
But when they California.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was saying it was 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And not 4. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Proof enough for you, Mr. Sod? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? You're so... Oh my god! You fucking phone!
This game, like when witnesses freak out and such, because, you know, this game is about, you get a client, they're obviously innocent, and you gotta prove which witness did it, right? So,
is there multiple witnesses sometimes? You have to prove which one it is? Yes. Oh, this is so cool.
There's characters in the case and stuff, you have to, like, you know, accuse someone and then bring them in for a witness to talk to them about it, you know, and such, and this game is linear, you can't, like, choose. It's just you get right or wrong.
It's all good.
Which I like, you know, that's how Danganronpa
I'm having a ton of fun with this, and this is just the tutorial. If they're able to make the tutorial super
and there's no
fun,
investigation, I like the investigation better than the cases.
I
love the
really
trials.
excited for the investigation.
Like, the trials are worth it once you build up the investigation. Because the investigation, you're like, what the hell's going on here? And the trials, you're like, that's what's going on!
I'm so excited for this. In Danganronpa, the trial was my favorite part. I sort of feel like, obviously I don't know anything about the investigation, but I feel like I'm going to like the investigation more than the trial. I'm not sure.
The investigation is a lot of talking to people and finding evidence, and it's so cool.
I'm really excited for that.
A lot of dialogue, it's so nice.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
I think I like them both equally. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
Here, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Look how he turned from, like, a defense attorney to being a prosecutor for the other side. Like, is that allowed? I assume it is, but...
I mean, what he's doing, he's just kind of, like, saying, here's some evidence to... Because, like, he doesn't get arrested and like, he gets arrested, but he doesn't, like, automatically get sentenced. He has to go to court, like, he has to become a defendant in another trial. With a prosecuting attorney and defense attorney and all that crap. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. It was mostly luck, honestly.
Thank you, Your Honor. My chief sort of shoved it in my face.
You had just the right evidence.
The same way she shoves her big boobs in my face.
Not that joke. Everyone makes that. Okay.
No, it does. I mean, I see why.
It gets worse.
It gets worse?
You'll see why. It's complicated.
I feel like there's some... So he definitely has a crush.
Yeah. At this point, this is only a formality. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry BUTZ. Firework.
Confetti.
Confetti, that's the right word. Thank you.
Confetti.
And with that,
it just sounds like
the court is adjourned. Woo. Yay. I can go home now.
It's like, we're finally done. That's probably the most interesting trial they've ever witnessed.
Honestly.
Turns out that Frank Sott was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to an apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sott let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sott grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. I like how it seeps into the crack. That's just a nice detail.
It is. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
For the most part.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over!
Larry? You're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? He just found out his girlfriend is a bitch and is dead.
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Jesus. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. She was a bitch. Congratulations, Harry.
Harry BUTZ, right?
This is you.
I know. Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry BUTZ. Innocent. This BUTZ fucking has the humor of elementary schoolers.
Oh yeah, totally.
Harry BUTZ.
It's
Innocent.
such a good game. Oh, thanks. I really owe you one.
Oh, the sleeve. Oh, that's cute.
I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
And Cindy Windy is all forgotten. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who kept up the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
Yes, because I want a statue covered in blood that was used to murder someone. That's exactly what I want to put on my fucking bedside table.
Wait.
A present? For me? Wait. Wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her.
Oh, well that's sweet.
I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. So this is his, I assume.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry?
Aw. Larry. Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really. Isn't that right, right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah.
What do you think this is?
Right. The heck is she talking about? What's this? Huh? Wait.
Oh, she went to Paris, right?
She did.
What did she bring?
She brought the statue with her. Oh! Wait, would it be the statue or would it be... Okay. Because I was wondering, like, she brought it with her. Oh! I remember thinking about that during the trial. Like, why was the clock at home, like, set for her Paris trip? But check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? Where'd you get that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled.
She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
Aw. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock.
Kind of
to take
inconvenient
traveling.
as well.
It's a very inconvenient clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
So sappy. Like, this is actually, like, heartwarming.
I love these characters. It gets so much better with the heartwarmingness.
Uh-huh.
Like when it comes to the third game and you like have like so many people, you know, it's like.
I mean, and I'm so sad. Like, she took it with him, and then she just got murdered.
Yeah, with it.
Yeah, just
with the thing you made for her.
With it. It's just like,
Oh, gosh.
just pure bad luck that he.
Totally.
Yeah.
Really, am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. I mean, no, now he knows somebody who genuinely loved him was murdered instead of somebody who was just a bitch. I feel like it'd be easier for him if he thought the person who was murdered was a bitch.
Well, I mean, I feel like it would be like I lost this person. I cared about her even if she didn't care about me, and also she was a bitch.
But I guess
So
now
it's
it's
like,
you
let's
know,
fix one
she
of those
cared about
things,
me.
you know?
Yeah, it fixed one of the two. But okay, you have a point. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. Oh, that's such a commentary on life. Like, holy shit.
Oh gosh.
And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent BUTZ. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I relate. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me. Unless you count the clock he gave me it. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Oh shit! And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Is she gonna die?
In the first case.
That's such an ominous ending!
Right? Oh gosh.
She's totally gonna die because she has the statue. It says you can
Turnabout Sisters.
Turnabout Sisters. Oh yeah.
And that's a good place to end this episode.
Yep, it is.
You can click to get rid of the brand new episode thing.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Or maybe not.
No, I guess I can't.
Huh. Okay. Anyways.
I have to do the outro?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our running commentary that very often got off topic. I love this game. I'm totally gonna play more of it. Iyan is totally gonna be either on a call with me or sitting next to me when I play it. So, if any of you like the videos, look forward to that. Look forward to to more of them. I'm looking forward to playing.
It'll be
more
out
of it.
weekly, 1 episode a week.
Damn, you're putting some pressure on me. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you again.
Have a good one.